Hello everyone, my name is Tucky and I'd like to welcome you to HomeFront the Revolution, the closed beta. So this is a first impressions video. I'm just going to go over, what I thought about the game in general, customization options, classes, weapons, and gadgets that you can use as well, and what generally I thought about the game. But I loved it. Just point out, I did like the game. I thought it was a lot of fun. But anyway, let's get straight into it. Alright, so you can pick between a male and female character right at the start, and you can pick between different builds of bodies as well. So you can pick either an old person if you want, or a young person. Obviously, it's not just going to be young people who are going to be fighting a revolution. Old people might fight, or probably will be fighting in this as well. And then you get to pick between 11 classes, or backgrounds as they're called. So backgrounds are just basically the names of jobs and, perhaps your background in your daily life. So the one that I picked personally was the Exterminator, and his ability is that he uses the poison that he uses to get rid of pests. He puts into his Molotovs. They do extra damage against infantry. I thought it was a pretty cool skill, so that's why I picked it. I thought it was very interesting. Obviously, there's more different ones as well. Like for example, the cab driver. When he gets an RC car, it will be faster, so it's less likely to get hit by someone, by shot by an enemy, and also as well, his longer range as well, which I thought was very useful. Also as well, for the starting weapons. Let's go to the weapons now. You have 3 base starting weapons. You have a shotgun, you have a marksman rifle, and you have an assault rifle. All of these weapons I think are very good as they are starting weapons. But you get to buy attachments. You get to get different weapon variants as well through crates. These crates, they can drop gear as well for your character. You can customize your character head to toe in different, gear and stuff like that, helmets, backpacks, whatever. But yeah, the weapon customization I think is very good. I'll go through that though more in later on. You get 4 different gadgets as well. So you get a hacking device which can hack more than one vehicle if they're close together, and it hacks them for about 15 seconds. You can get some firecrackers which are used as distraction. If you play Dying Light, you use them. That's the same sort of principle, except it's not zombies. You're killing people instead. You get a Molotov as well. That's really effective as well, and also you get a pipe bomb, which is very effective. I think it's probably the most useful gadget out of all of them. You then have, for skill wise, I think I missed that. You get there's 4 different skill trees. You've got brains, brawn, fighter, and survivor. So they're obviously self-explanatory. Brains, is more of a healing. Fighter is more of a soldier character. Survivor is probably more based on health, or taking more damage and finding scavenging items. Brawn is based on strength, so probably how much weapons and stuff you can carry. And to get these, you get XP over time from completing missions. You can only assign, at the minute, you only can assign 5 skills at one time, which I don't think is great. I think it should be a little bit more than that, but they probably will change it up, because there are 4 tiers to each skill tree, sorry, and there's 4 skill trees. So I wish there was a bit more of a variety, a bit more option, many more skills you could get, but they're probably going to change that when the full game is released. To get these crates as well, you have to get money. You get money from playing, from just playing general in the game and doing well. The more money you get, obviously, the more stuff you can buy and the better equipment is all you can get. So you use this money to buy ordnance crates, which give you weapons, attachments, different bombs and stuff like that. They can give you RC cars to use, in different weapon variations. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the weapon variations for a little bit. So you can get, you get an automatic shotgun for a shotgun variant. For the marksman rifle, you get a bolt action rifle, and then you get a light machine gun or an LMG for the assault rifle. Now the front, when you're changing these weapons, the front of the weapon comes off. So for example, if you're picking the marksman rifle, and it's just a normal carbine rifle, so it's not a bolt action rifle, but you wanted it to be a bolt action rifle for those longer range shots, you could change that during the middle of the fight or when you start. So you just hold a button and you can select the bolt action rifle, and you'll just take off the front of the marksman rifle and place it in the bolt action part. I wish you did have more ammo though. That's the only thing I'm going to say about the bolt action rifle. For it, you don't get a lot of ammo for it. I wish you did have some more for it. But yeah, you have the full option to change, you know, between long range and short range very quick. Well, medium to long range to very long range very quickly in the middle of the game, which I think is fantastic. And also customization on the fly. Before you get into a game, you can't choose what attachments you want on the weapon. You build them during the fight or before you start, which I think, honestly, I personally like that. I prefer it better than choosing your weapon before you go in, because you can change. I love being able to change your weapon on the fly because you can adapt to different situations. So for example, for my assault rifle, I got a long range scope and a red dot sight. So if I had, would you know when I was using my assault rifle at one point, I don't have the footage unfortunately, but to show you, but I had the opportunity then to customize between shooting someone from far away, or then if I went into a building, I could switch the sights out before I went in. So you know, having that option as well there is, you know, I think it's very useful. I would have preferred to have played it single player. I'm not saying that I don't like playing online with people. I think it's fun though. I still thought it was a lot of fun, but I felt like I would have got more into the customization of the weapons. Perhaps maybe a little bit, you know, scavenging more as well, because you can scavenge the bodies for ammo and for building parts as well to build your different gadgets, to build the 4 gadgets that you can get in a minute. I don't know, I just will like it. You can scavenge around as well for different parts, but I don't know, I just felt like it probably would have been a bit better showing a bit of the single player as well, which I hope will be good in the base game. So in general, I thought it was a lot of fun. I love the well, I love the gameplay of it. Some of the takedowns are really cool. So I had a takedown where I smashed a guy. Well, I was close to like a van. Oh, dropped my pencil. So I was close to a van, and I just, you know, you grab the guy's head, you just hit his head against the van, which I thought was a pretty cool thing to do. The jumping is a little bit off. Whether it's going to stay like that, I hope it doesn't. It's not a groundbreaking thing, but just I don't know. It's just something about it. I mean, sometimes like there was a very low wall which, you know, you could just climb up quite easily, but it like did like a proper sort of stretch and pull himself up sort of thing, which I thought was a bit weird. And trying to get up some like little areas as well, there's like some little thing that blocked me or slowed me down a little bit, but I'm sure they'll change that when it comes to the actual game. Also as well, you are not a super soldier. I would like to stress that fact out. I didn't say at the start, but you are basically a regular person, near enough, apart from you have a gun. You do not reload fast. If you healing takes quite a long time. It takes at least, I don't know, 5, maybe 3 seconds, and that when you're getting charged by a lot of enemies and your health is low is a long time, because you can't. I don't think you can cancel it. And then switch to your pistol if need be. In the recoil on the weapons as well is quite high, so you obviously have to put foregrips on them and stuff to change it to lower it down. But yeah, you are not a soldier. You will get overwhelmed quite quickly. I did multiple times. You will go down. I failed a couple of missions with some people I was playing with. You know, do not. I always stress to anyone, if you do play this, do not go charging and take it nice and quiet, stealthy, or not stealthy. Try and stay back a little bit and get those long range shots, even if you don't have the marksman rifle, the assault rifle. Just try and stay back a little bit. Don't go charging in too much, because there is a high opportunity of you dying. Also as well, enemy variants. There's a heavy, which I saw a couple of times. They do take a lot of bullets, I must say. You have 2 different vehicles. You have one's called a Wolverine, then you have like a general attack vehicle. The Wolverine is like, it fires like, I think it's like electric shot. I'm not too sure, to be honest. And then you have the normal enemy variant, which, you know, which they just shoot at you, you know, normal soldier. Then you have like a close quarters action one, which when it charges you has a shotgun, which can take you down in 1 hit from near enough full health. From close range anyway. They like charge at you, they make it go ah sort of noise, and they charge directly at you. The shot, that is a very honestly, if you hear that, kill it as soon as possible. They've taken me down a lot, and I've seen people get killed by them as well very quickly, so those must be a priority to take down, and they come more common as well than heavy enemies. So like I was, so the sound, I think is fantastic. The bullets whistling over your head, I've never been in a combat situation before, but so I can't really say, but I think it's quite realistic. I love the sound. It felt like I was actually there, like the bullet going over my head. I wouldn't say it was actually there, but you know, the weapon sound, they sound proper. They don't sound just weak. They sound very meaty. All weapons sound like that, by the way. They don't all sound the same, obviously, but they all sound very good. You know, the sound design is great. The sound of the enemies as well, the footsteps, I think the explosions as well, they look fantastic. The fire effects as well for the Molotovs are great. I think it's great. Also as well, I think the game is good to look at. Obviously some textures aren't loading properly, but it is closed beta, so you know I can forgive that. So when the game comes out, you know that's not too important at this moment in time. But when the game comes out, I'm sure that you know it will be a lot better. So textures aren't too much to worry about because of the condition the game is, because of you know the stage the game is right now. I did freeze once or twice, I believe, and there were some frame rate drops as well. Maybe it was either because I was playing online or because the servers or because of my network itself was a little bit dodgy. But there was no, in the current build it is itself, there was no groundbreaking bugs, none at all. Honest, the game as it is built itself, I think it's fantastic. For a beta, I've played worse betas. I think it's great. I love it as it is. If it stays sort of similar as it is, if they just change probably a little bit, a few things like the jumping animation, maybe add a few more weapon variants in there. The skills as well, you can have more than 5 skills at one time. I'd like them to change that. And also, I would like to see some more single player stuff as well, be able to play it. But honestly, I think it's a great game overall. The customization, the building of it, the attachments. I think it's a fun game to play overall. It'd be a great game to play with friends as well. This is definitely a game I would say to keep an eye on for in the later future. That's it really, to be honest. I would say that's a fantastic game overall. Like I said, it's definitely a game to look out for. There's a closed beta coming up between 11th and 14th of February. I'm going to leave a link in the description below for you to sign up and register to that. We'll send you a link to the website for you to register to it. I highly suggest that you do, and you know hopefully you'll get a code to it because it is a lot of fun. This is a game which at the current build anyway, I'd recommend you play the beta when it comes out from the 14th of February to the from the 11th. It starts on the 11th of February and ends on the 14th of February. The beta does for HomeFront: The Revolution. I do suggest you check it out. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you. So yeah, so I'll leave you guys there. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of this video. I'm gonna leave some footage of some gameplay which I captured. So yeah, see you guys later, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Have a glorious day, guys. Goodbye.
Heads up, there's more KPA moving in on your position. The evacuation is almost complete. Just buy us more time.
I hate being right all the time. Okay, people, look alive. We have more incoming.
house is clear, but the Norks have figured us out. We need you all back here to establish a perimeter around the safe house. While we rig the safe house to blow. I'll let you know when it's time for you to pull out.
Roger that, dispatch. Okay, people, this is where we hold them. Get ready to fall back on my mark. We won't have long to get out of here.
Charges are set, and you got less than a minute to get your asses into the tunnels before the house blows.
Dispatch, what about the bridge burners?
They're gone, Tobias. We can't help them. Get out of there. You don't have much time.